Welcome back to another episode of Matt and Jess Off Grid. I was hoping to show you the completion of this under tray toolbox. As you can see, not much has progressed. I'm kind of all over the place at the moment. I've got about 10 different jobs on the go at once and I've been flat out at work. I have put this face piece on. I took all the decking back off so I could weld this face on. That will allow me to mount some latches and it covers the drawer runners when it's closed. It's one of those old one step forward, two step back scenarios where I've realized that there's some other stuff that I have to get done before I can finish that box. I've started installing the two winches. 15,000 pound winch going on the front, 12,500 pound winch going in the back. I wanted to get the winches installed so I knew what was happening with the cables and cable runs, as all the cables have got to come down and enter this box. And I also need to mount these winch isolator switches in that box as well. So I didn't want to get the box all finished and then be drilling holes in it after it's painted. So unfortunately, the box will have to wait, and then I've got it booked in next week to get the exhaust done. So I'm under the pump just to get the box complete enough to get the batteries of the truck back in so I can get it to the exhaust shop. I've had quite a few messages about the mirrors that I put on my truck. These mirrors are off a newer model Canter, and then I custom made these brackets to fit them on the older model truck. So we're going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to take you back in time, back to the old house where I designed, built and installed these mirrors. I started off with this, just taping two bits of paper together, sat it over the holes and then shaded them to get the holes, and then drew it up on the computer. And then I've just laser cut this bit of MDF just as a tester, just to confirm all the holes fit. All 5 holes are lining up. Now I've just got to work out where I want to put the mirror. This is a mirror off a newer model Canter. They don't directly bolt onto the older models, that's why I've got to make this adapter bracket. Just got to work out what height, what angle I want this mirror to sit, mark it on here, then I'll laser cut another 3mm MDF template. Alright, I've marked where I think I want the mirror. Just sort of pencil line around the bracket. I'll transfer that on the computer. I'll zip out another template and we'll see how it goes. Here's template number 3. This time I've got the 4 holes for the mirror to mount. It's pretty flimsy at the moment because it's just 3mm MDF. Once I finalise the position and I'm happy with it, I'll make it a nice shape. So far, I'm liking the look compared to the other side. Got the old-fashioned mirror on this side, quite bulky, all those extra arms. Really the main advantage, other than having nice new mirrors that aren't all rusty, is they're much easier to fold in when you're on 4-wheel drive tracks, and if you hit a branch, this will tend to fold in. Whereas these older style ones, like they can fold, but they're generally all seized. And I've heard stories of people hitting these ones on trees, and rather than it folding in, it actually dints the door. So I don't want to do that. The mirror is currently sitting nice and plumb, which looks nice. Although I reckon this bracket is not plumb. I'd say the mirror looks pretty plumb, but this bracket could rotate around just a little bit. And if we have a look at the factory mirror on the other side, they don't actually sit plumb from factory. They sit with a little bit of lean, a little bit of tilt back. If we angle it back a touch, then we're more likely to be able to see the top of our camper to see if it's going to hit on anything.
Several days later.
Thought I'd just give you a quick run through of how I designed these brackets. I basically just started off with a rectangle big enough to pick up all of our bolt holes. We've got the 3 bolt holes at the bottom which bolt into the truck door, and then the 2 bolt holes at the top which go into the pillar of the door. And then I've added these 4 bolts in the middle which pick up the mirror itself. And then from there I go on to the second revision. Here's revision number 2, where I've refined the shape to something close to what I like. I've just got to refine this a little bit further and round it off the corners. And then we go across to revision number 3. And here's the final revision. You can see I've rounded off all the corners to make it look nice. And then I've actually changed the mounting here a bit for the mirrors. On the newer model Canter trucks, the mirrors actually recess into the door slightly. So I've sort of replicated that here. I've recessed in the back mounts of the mirror. That just allows the mirror to sit nice and flush along the mirror bracket and have no gap in between. Okay, let's get back to the video. I got the mirror brackets cut out of 10mm aluminium. As you can see, they're not bad, but they're not the cleanest cuts. The laser cutter doesn't cut the aluminium quite as nice as it does steel. I'm just going to go around and sand up the edges with a flap disc, and then I might go over it with an orbital sander, get it looking nice. I've got a couple extra ones laser cut out of 1.6 steel, just so I can test trial the bend in the steel before I go bending the 10mm alloy, because it's going to be pretty tricky. As you can see, when it's bolted to the door, it sits out, so it's got to bend in that way, but it's also got to twist this way as well, so I've got to put some sort of diagonal bend in it. I'll start with the cardboard template, and I'll get it to somewhat fit with that, and then I'll transfer it to the steel one, and I'll fold that, and then if that works good, I'll transfer it to the aluminium one, because you only sort of get one chance with the alloy. That's like kind of close to what we want, I think. Try that.
That was very satisfying.
Works good, doesn't it?
That was very satisfying.
Yeah, it's a good little bender. The only problem is I don't think this is going to bend the 10mm. If that fits, I'll be very surprised. I can flatten that out a bit. I'll take it back off, flatten it out a little bit, and then see if it looks out the other way. Fold it on the 10mm thick alloy one, and there you can see what the problem is. Comes up, and I got this gap between the top mounting point, but it's both directions, so it's got to tilt in that way, but it's also got to twist the other way a bit as well. I got to put a bend in this, but it's not going to be just a straight bend, otherwise it still won't make full contact. It's some sort of angle this way, I just don't know exactly how much. I've been playing around with the templates. I think I've sort of roughly got an idea of where I'm folding. Problem is this doesn't fit in my vise, it's too long, so I have to work out some other way to fold it. Alright, so here's my thought process. Got my bracket, it can't fit in the vise, I don't have a bender, so I've got my bend marked out. I want to bend this down a little bit. I'm going to sit it on the edge of this RHS because it should be pretty sturdy. Then I'm going to sit another big bit of steel on top here, and I'm going to stand on that bit of steel, and then hit this part with a sledgehammer. What do you reckon?
Sure.
The thing I don't know is, am I heavy enough when I hit it with the sledgehammer, stop it bouncing up? This aluminium is pretty strong. This one here. Got a bend in it. Is it enough? I have no idea. I don't really have a template. Oh, it's close. Oh, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. Touching here, there's a tiny gap here that'll probably pull in a bit when I put the bolt in, or I might be able to just put this end in the vise and give it a little bit of a twist. I've got my doubts whether that did anything, but we'll soon find out. Well, that actually worked. Probably just need to put a washer on there, but it actually pulls in pretty decent. I'm happy with that. Alright, I just got the other mirror bracket on. Right, same story as the other one, so just belted it with a sledgehammer. I've got a few marks here from where I've hit it, so I'll give that a clean up with a flap disc and then a sander. Should be able to get most of those out. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Got to get it done, and I don't have an offset vise or a press brake or anything like that. I can fold it in. I got it done. That's all that matters. I like them. I think it's going to look really good once the mirrors are on. It got the better of me. I had to test fit a mirror to see what it looked like. It's getting dark. Okay, so it's been a couple of days. Mirror brackets are dry. I reckon they come up really good. Alright, let's get the other side on. Well, that one was a lot easier. It was a lot easier bolting the mirror to the bracket first. I already know what you're going to say. If those silver bolts need to be black.
Oh, those silver bolts definitely need to be black. Yeah. I didn't even see that until you've said it.
Alright, we'll wrap it up there for this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching me build these mirrors, and I'll see you in another 2 weeks. I'm going to go to fortnightly videos now because between working full time and trying to work on the truck and editing videos, I just don't have enough time to fit it all in. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Cheers, bye.